Welcome to the first video of the module 3, that is probability distribution. In this video, I am going to explain the introduction and random variables and also the types of random variables. To begin with, what is random variable? Random experiment. An experiment which gives different outcomes when it is performed repeatedly. First example is tossing of a coin. Second example, throwing a die. What is an event? An event is part of an experiment which has the outcomes. So what are the examples we can see here is in the daily life, some people will be playing, that is a tossing of a coin is an experiment. Getting the outcomes as head or tail is event. Next is throwing a die. It is an experiment. Getting outcomes 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 is an event. Next, from the pack of 52 cards, drawing any 2 cards is an experiment. Getting the outcome king and queen card is an event. So these are all the examples. Sample space. When it comes to the sample space, the set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called as a sample space and is denoted by capital S. The elements of the sample space are called sample points. Example. When we toss a coin, the possible outcomes are, that is the 2 coins, head head, head tail, tail head and tail tail. Then the sample space S is equal to, or a tossing of a coin twice. When we toss this, the first toss will be head and the second toss will be tail. Like this it will be. So S is equal to HH, HT, TH and TT. This is the sample space. Next is the probability. The term probability is defined for its randomness and uncertainty mathematically. If m is number of favorable cases of an event, then the probability of happening of an event E is denoted by P of E and is defined by P of E is equal to m upon n, where m is the number of favorable cases and n is the total number of outcomes. Example, in throwing a die once, the possible outcomes and the sample space is S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as it is having 6 faces in the die. So each face will be representing each number, that is 1 to 6. Then the probability of getting the odd number is probability of the event is equal to 3 by 6 because we have 1, 3 and 5 are the 3 odd numbers we have and the total cases are 6 here. Therefore 3 divided by 6 if you do, it is 1 by 2. Next is the random variable. In a random experiment, if a real variable is associated with every outcome of a sample space, then it is called random variable or stochastic variable. The random variables are usually denoted by the capital letters X, Y, Z, etc. and the set of all real numbers of a random variable X is called the range of X. Example. If we tossed a coin, the possible outcomes are head, that is H, and tail, that is T. Therefore, the sample space S contains only the 2 sample points, that is H and T. If we define the function x such that x is equal to 1 when S is H, x is equal to 0 when S is tail. Hence, this x is equal to 0, 1 is called a range of the random variable x. So, when it comes to the random variable, what are the types of random variable we have? Let us discuss now. First one is a discrete random variable and the second one is a continuous random variable. So, discrete random variable. the random variable x is a discrete random variable if x can take only finite number of values in any finite observation interval. Thus, the discrete random variable has countable number of distinct values. So, example for this is tossing a coin and observing the outcomes. Next comes the continuous random variable. If the random variable x takes any value in a whole observation interval, or if the random variables takes uncountable values, then x is called as the continuous random variable. Example, the noise voltage generated by an electric amplifier has a continuous amplitude. Therefore, the sample space S of the noise voltage amplitudes is continuous. Note, for discrete random variable, we need to use the probability mass function. Second point, the cumulative distribution function, in short CDF, of a discrete random variable is discontinuous function of its independent variable. Third point, for continuous random variable, we need to use the probability density function. You can observe the difference. Here it is probability mass function for the discrete, and for continuous it is probability density function. And the cumulative distribution function of a continuous random variable is continuous function of its independent variable, whereas in this case it is discontinuous function. These are the points which we need to remember. So what is the cumulative distribution function? So when it comes to the cumulative distribution function, it is a cumulative distribution function of a random variable x is the probability that the random variable x takes a value less than or equals to small x. That is, fx of x is equal to p of x less than or equals to x. Next, let us look into the properties of cumulative distribution function. So what is the first property says? As CDF is defined as fx of x, which is equal to p of x less than or equals to x, and p of x is bounded between 0 and 1. This implies 0 less than or equal to fx of x less than or equals to 1. This is the first property which we need to remember. The second property says that fx of minus infinity is 0 and fx of plus infinity is 1. Here x equal to minus infinity means no possible event. Hence p of x less than or equal to minus infinity is 0, which implies fx of minus infinity will be 0. That is, at x is equal to infinity means p of x less than or equal to infinity. That includes the probability of all possible events. Hence, p of x less than or equal to infinity is equal to 1. That implies fx of infinity is equal to 1. Next, let's see the third property. Fx of x1 is less than or equal to fx of x2 if x1 is less than or equals to x2. This is the third property. Thank you. In the next video, let us see some problems based on this.